What's up YouTube? Jennifer and Chase here for another amazing video. Today's video is starting off part of a series for Hunt a Killer. This is a nail litter box that pretty much is got you hunting over for a killer with some clues.
You can see it came with this. This is what it came in, so it's got like the Hunt a Killer logo. It's a really thin box. There's some things rattling around in there. So if you don't know what the subscription box is, it is a monthly box where you are hunting a serial killer. You get a bunch of clues and you have to try to figure out who committed a murder. So I think in the past you actually had like a pen pal with the serial killer, but now they've moved to like you're part of the investigation team and you have to use all the clues to figure out who did it. Yeah. And I believe each month you are able to eliminate suspects. So in order to complete a full investigation, it's like 6 boxes. You can do 1 a month, or if you want it sooner, you can also request it sooner. So this is like episode 1 for this series. So
yeah, we looked up online and it turns out like every few months there's, or I guess, different sets of series or something like that. So it's not like you do 6 and then the whole thing is done and you're shut off from it. You could basically just start like the next one.
Yeah, and they have different plans. I think there's like a month to month. We bought 3 months at a time, and then you can buy the full 6 months, but you have to pay for it all up front. And I was hesitant to do the full 6 months because if we get halfway through it and it's like, it's kind of dumb, then we're not obligated to do the rest.
Yeah.
So I think go ahead and pop this open and see what we got. You can see there's not a whole lot in here.
Okay, so we got, what is this? Hunt a Killer episode recap information once you've examined. And
so this is the Class of '98 episode 1. Gives you a list of all of the items that the package contains. Got this very cool koozie that says back to the 90s. Go nuts. Like this may be, and there's Class of '98, Chestnut Class of '98 on the bottom. So this might be to put our beer in while we're...
There's a little notebook here, the Hunt a Killer thing on the front. That's cool.
Keep all of our investigation notes in there. And you see it's just regular lined paper. And we've got a Hunt a Killer pin that you wear when you're hunting your killer.
A little pin there.
Looks like a
flashlight.
Little keychain. And then a giant envelope here.
It's everything.
From Gray Investigations, and it is sealed.
Oh, it's a black light.
This is a black light. Okay, so I don't know what we're finding with the black light. But we'll go ahead and pop this open. There's like an envelope of contents in there. We'll see what we've got. If we can get it out. It's really crammed in there.
There's a ton of stuff in there.
And then this Hunt a Killer book here is like a start here, and it gives you like a welcome letter, what your first steps are, how to play.
To take it out like a piece at a time, there's so much stuff in here.
And then there's a community and resources. So I think if you get stuck or you want to talk to other people about the investigation, you can. You go to like a community, they have one on, it looks like Facebook, and they have a forum, and then they have recaps and hints. And then there's basically like some merchandise that you can purchase. And a little note here that Hunt a Killer gives back. Every subscription box sold, Hunt a Killer will donate to help the Cold Case Foundation seek justice for victims of violent and deadly cold cases. So that's kind of cool. Like buying a box is actually helping out someone, and it looks like they have like decals and t-shirts and notebooks that you can buy on there. And then just like, here's if you need help or support. So kind of cool.
It's pretty cool. I got everything laid out here. Looks like there's
a newspaper clipping.
Piece of the newspaper.
So we won't probably go into detail and go through all this because we don't want to ruin it for anyone who is doing it.
Yeah.
And give it away, but we definitely, when we get our next box, we'll do a review of episode 1.
So this says episode 1 contains 11 items. Letter from private investigator. Looks like that.
This one, you can see it's from Gray Investigations. It's like a memo. Per recommendation by my trusted colleague, I'm reaching out to you for assistance in investigating a recent homicide. The extensive nature of this investigation is proving too much for one person to handle, and there are certain aspects that impede on my objectivity. I understand you are incredibly capable, so I have no doubt you will be an asset in solving this case. And it is signed by Michelle Gray, who is the private investigator. So I guess we have been brought on board.
Cool. Blacklight High School Yearbook, Class of '98, I guess it's that one.
Here's our yearbook. Looks like it's got like typical yearbook, like most likely to blah blah blah, most musical, sports, things like that. There's like a last page that's got like all the signatures, so pretty sure we'll probably have to pour over all those to see if there's any clues in that.
Yeah. Map of Chestnut Falls. I guess that's this one. Letter from Sheriff. That's in here. This is like a little, it's like a little case file.
Case file. This map is gigantic.
Holy moly.
It's a good thing that we just bought a bulletin board recently that we are using as a pin board. We might have to repurpose it for this. If you want to check out that board that we're going to be repurposing for a pin board, I'll put a link up above.
Letter from Sheriff, investigation. So that's the letter, investigation detailed summary. That might be that. Investigation waiver, witness statements. Looks like some of that stuff. Crime scene description. Might be one of these. I have no idea. Maybe that's what that is. Description, newspaper article. Incomplete timeline. Is that what this thing was over here? Timeline there. And a
There's the waiver right there. These are all statements, so just so you can see, there's like the case file and the timeline on a notebook. There's a memo from the sheriff's office saying sorry to bring you in on such short notice. And then like the investigation report has at 10:52 the sheriff called me to request my assistance at the crime scene. I left from a local bar. I spoke to the deputy on the scene, and it basically goes into talk about, you know, the person's car door was open, he was dead in the seat. So to me, I think a lot of information to kind of pour over. Definitely gonna have to take a lot of notes to keep everything straight. Again, hopefully at the end of this box, we were able to eliminate someone.
Because I think that's what they said, right? I thought I read somewhere it says like after every episode or every thing you get every month or something, you should be able to at least eliminate someone. So I guess they might have a bunch of suspects or something. So this will be fun. I think it'll be a lot of interesting to see. I'm imagining putting this map up on the pin board and having like these little push pins everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like red pieces of string going to like, maybe we'll cut out some of their pictures and hang them up or something.
I don't know if I want to cut their pictures out.
Yeah.
I did look online just at some of the reviews, and some people said that like it took 2 hours. Some people said it took 8 hours. So I think like you could be working on this for a while. So it might be good that it's like a monthly thing.
That's cool, yeah. I'll have to pour over this. Attention to detail. This is cool.
So like I said, once we get our next box, we'll review this one and kind of give you guys a rundown on what our experience was like. And can't wait for the second episode to come along, but hopefully this one isn't too hard.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe so that you are able to get that notification when we do release the next video. I don't know if we'll wait a full month. Be up in the air. We might be too excited and want the next box right away and ask for the auto ship. So
yeah, it depends on I guess how well we do on this. Maybe we'll do like an update video or something. Like once we find some information, what we can do, maybe we'll have a playlist where then maybe it's kind of like a what we discovered. So be aware that there might be spoilers ahead after that, or you know, in that next video. Not this one, we've just opened it, so I couldn't tell you. But
all right,
yeah.
Well, we're gonna get started because we got a lot of work to do. I gotta get a beer for this koozie.
That's cool. That's really cool. It's like neoprene. That's like,
it's like a nice thick one.
That's nice.
All right, guys.
All right, if you liked the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave some comments down below. Let us know what you liked, didn't like, or what you'd like to see next time. But until next time, stay magical.
Stay magical. Bye.